Beyond God's Favor. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Beyond God's Favor. Today, we're diving into a topic of great significance, one that has been discussed and debated for centuries: the 20 most deadly sins before God. In this video, we'll explore these sins, their implications, and how they are viewed in various religious and philosophical traditions. So, whether you're a believer or just curious, stick around as we delve deep into the world of sin. The first deadly sin before God is pride. Often considered the root of all sins, pride involves an inflated sense of self-worth and a disregard for others. In various religious texts, pride is seen as the downfall of angels and humans alike. Next on our list is envy, the sin of coveting what others have. Envy can lead to jealousy, resentment, and even harmful actions. It goes against the teachings of contentment and gratitude found in many spiritual traditions. Wrath, or anger, is our third deadly sin. It's not inherently wrong to feel anger, but when it leads to harm or destruction, it becomes a deadly sin. Many faiths encourage us to seek peace and forgiveness over vengeance. Sloth, or laziness, ranks as the fourth deadly sin. It's not merely about physical laziness but also spiritual neglect. Failing to fulfill one's duties or potential can lead to moral decay. Greed, the excessive desire for wealth and possessions, comes in at number 5. It's often viewed as a corrupting force that can lead individuals away from altruism and compassion. Lust, the intense craving for physical pleasure, is our sixth sin. While healthy sexual desire is natural, it becomes sinful when it objectifies others or leads to actions that harm oneself or others. Gluttony, the excessive consumption of food and drink, is our seventh sin. It represents a lack of self-control and can have detrimental effects on physical and spiritual health. Wrath, or anger, as we discussed earlier, is the eighth deadly sin. It's worth noting that different religious traditions might have variations in their lists of deadly sins. The 10th deadly sin before God is avarice, which is excessive love of money and material possessions. It's closely related to greed but focuses on the attachment to wealth rather than the desire for it. Slothfulness. Slothfulness represents a spiritual laziness, a lack of zeal or enthusiasm for one's faith and duties. It involves neglecting one's spiritual growth and responsibilities. Deceit. Deceit is the act of intentionally misleading or lying to others. It undermines trust and truth, two principles that many religions hold dear. Blasphemy. Blasphemy involves disrespecting or showing irreverence towards God, sacred beliefs, or religious symbols. It's seen as a direct offense against the divine. Covetousness. Similar to envy, covetousness is the strong desire to possess what belongs to others. It reflects a lack of contentment with one's own blessings. Ingratitude. Ingratitude is the failure to recognize and appreciate the gifts and blessings in one's life. It goes against the teachings of gratitude and humility. Cruelty. Cruelty represents the deliberate infliction of pain, suffering, or harm upon others, whether physically or emotionally. It contradicts the principles of compassion and kindness. Rejection of the faith. This is the act of abandoning or renouncing one's faith or religious beliefs. It is often considered a grave betrayal of one's spiritual commitment. Idolatry. Idolatry involves the worship of false gods or placing material possessions, power, or fame above one's devotion to God. It's a betrayal of monotheistic beliefs. Disobedience to divine will. This sin encompasses acts that deliberately go against what one believes to be God's will or commandments, leading to a separation from the divine. Neglect of the needy. Neglecting the needs of the less fortunate, including the poor, hungry, and marginalized, is considered a serious sin in many religious traditions. It's seen as a failure to fulfill one's duty of compassion and charity. These deadly sins vary across different religious and philosophical traditions, but they generally share the common theme of leading individuals away from a righteous and virtuous path in their relationship with the divine. Apathy. Apathy is the sin of indifference or a lack of caring about matters of moral and spiritual importance. It can manifest as a failure to take action when needed or to address injustices. Vanity. Vanity involves excessive self-importance, often accompanied by an obsession with personal appearance, image, or status. It detracts from humility and genuine self-worth. Racism and discrimination. Engaging in racism or discrimination against people of different races, ethnicities, or backgrounds is viewed as a sin in many belief systems due to its harm and injustice. Addiction. Addiction, whether to substances, behaviors, or vices, can be seen as a sin because it leads individuals away from a path of self-control and can result in harm to oneself and others. Betrayal. Betrayal is the act of disloyalty, especially when it involves betraying the trust of loved ones or those who depend on you. It is seen as a violation of the bonds of trust and love. Gossip and slander. Spreading malicious rumors or engaging in gossip and slander can harm reputations and sow discord among people. It's often considered a sin against honesty and love. Hypocrisy. Hypocrisy involves professing beliefs or virtues that one does not genuinely uphold in their actions. It's seen as a failure to live by one's own principles. Neglect of family. Neglecting the responsibilities and care of one's family, including spouses, children, and elders, is considered a serious sin that undermines the importance of family bonds. Dishonesty in business. Engaging in deceitful or fraudulent practices in business dealings is viewed as a betrayal of trust and integrity, harming not only individuals but also society as a whole. Pride in ignorance. Pride in ignorance is the refusal to seek knowledge, enlightenment, or self-improvement. It's seen as a sin against the pursuit of wisdom and understanding. And there you have it, folks, the 30 most deadly sins before God. These sins are deeply ingrained in the moral fabric of many religions and philosophical systems. If you found this video enlightening or thought-provoking, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching.